Murasaki Shion of Hololive is set to graduate on April 26, 2025. Hello there, how's it there? Ame Gakita there. So obviously today random chat is about Hololive Murasaki Shion, who is going to graduate. And I'm sure that it is a sad news that was announced a week ago, and I'm sure there will be a lot of people talking about how a lot of people is aware of it. But the thing is, right, considering that it has been around a week, so it's actually more so that there is a lot of like different view, different take, and even speculation or rumor that is kind of like going around. And it's really one of the moments that sometimes when you have one of the so-called earlier members of Hololive, it really kind of like beg the question on why she decided to leave. Now, it is really the word so-called different in direction, or maybe basically that the company direction towards their goal versus the talent behind Murasaki Shion have different perspective or different goal in mind. That's the reason why they are, in order to part way, a hard graduation would be the better way to go. Now that being said, a lot of people do have a bit of speculation, considering that last year we have one of a close friend we in the company, which is Minato Aqua, as well as Sakamata Curly, who also graduate earlier this year. Now it really kind of like when you have two close friend or colleague or whatever you want to call it have decided to leave the company because of the so-called different in direction. Obviously it got a lot of people within the fan base or the fandom to be very, very mad, or to be like questioning like what is the company behind Hololive, which is the cover corps, like what are they doing? Is there something happening within the management issue? And it's really kind of like something that it was that specific different in direction that made me decide to like hold on to this random chat, because I do want to have like as many information as I can before I give my take. Now it's really one of the things that even the CEO himself, Turning Girl, or also known as Yago by many, decided to come out and do a tweet about it. Now, although it is written in Japanese, the thing is, right, is in the most summarized form, is just basically that he understands this frustration behind the graduation, how many people are maybe like pissed off or people are feeling sad, and that as a company, their job is basically to support the talent as much as they can with, like, for example, music or streaming or any other thing. Now that being said, there are also some stuff that is way beyond their limit, and as much as he tried to have a so-called direct communication with the talent, it doesn't mean that the talent would take their hand or their offer along the line. And you can't really like blame him or the company as a whole when they're trying their best to like assist the talent as much as possible. And more so ever is that for Shion herself, she had been on hiatus for quite a long while. Even before the graduation of Minato Aqua, Shion was also taking the break. It was the graduation of Aqua's, that's the reason why she had to kind of like came back temporarily and then kind of like go on hiatus again, and then again back again because of Sakamata graduation, and then going on hiatus. So in a way, it's really kind of the in and out moment that maybe that a lot of people are speculating that may be causing the issue. And mostly anyone who follow her properly will know that she was kind of like on a long-term break because of her mental health, as well as maybe any other health complication. So it's really kind of a moment where you kind of like considering that she is taking a long break. But the thing is, right, she also noticed and she also kind of like talk about how and kind of like emphasize that despite that the change in direction also changed. It's really kind of like, it's not that it's not the fault of her or the fault of the company. It's that even like when Kson herself also highlight that when you have a lot of things that have to change, like thing change, era change, time change, whatever you want to call it, and when you are a small run out start out company, and then no, it became the so-called industry leader along the line. Yeah, you really have to like have a lot of rule and regulation that so often more than not everyone can agree on. Most of a lot of people was also afraid that when the company was initially private company decided to go public, and when you have investment or investor or stock market along the line, and that you want to keep the company afloat, you have to like sometimes appease to the investor in some form. Obviously, you will be wondering like, is like, do you want to cater to them, or do you have like a lot of like set a rule or whatsoever to ensure that the talent is either protected or at least the company is willing to follow. Now it's really kind of like sometimes that small little change when you have to understand is that it's not just like one small change or one big change along the line. It's a accumulative of changes that as time passed by, especially more so than when Shion was kind of like taking a long hiatus, they have to imagine like out of nowhere she came back with a lot of new rule, a lot of new regulation, and that she couldn't follow in like or if like whatsoever. And she also mentioned it that if she want to stay in the company, it's either she stay or she leave. It was that simple. If even if there is the option of affiliate, she doesn't really want to like be like leave the company but still be part of it along the line. It's like all or nothing. Basically, either she is part of Hololive or she is not part of Hololive. It's just that simple. And she also kind of like mentioned along that she feel like if she keep on staying, it may also be also where she have to change herself or her mindset in order to accumulate with the changes. So in a way she doesn't like it. That's the reason why she kind of like passed the word different in direction, even if the direction is good for the company. So a lot of people need like I'm seeing a lot of people mad about what is the problem within the change direction, considering that there is quite a lot of graduation like Frona, Sakamata, or Aqua. Like there is so many that a lot of people wondering like, is it those graduation? Even Amelia wasn't like when they all criticized the word different in direction. Is it because of that the company had changed in a way that is not meant for the talents? Well, even like the thing is right, one word from not really one word, a set of kind of like some wisdom word from Kson is that sometimes when you change little by little, it's really like you have to think that when Cover itself is a huge company, there is a lot of things that you have to be very careful. It's like initially when they start out, they can just play friendly, they can do whatever they want, they can do a lot of crazy stuff, no rule, no whatsoever, and a lot of people like them for it. Now that being said, when you considering that now you're a so-called industry leader, considering that they are one of the big name company when you talk about vtuber agency, yeah, you really have to understand that they also have their own employee, they have to feed everyone. They can't out of nowhere say, oh, they lose sponsorship, they lose money, and then what happened to everyone? Don't pay their salary. Impossible. They have to think of everyone from now. That's the reason why the change in direction may not be what they feel, because initially when they kind of like start, maybe they just feel like they can do whatever they want and have no consequences. But when you consider that there is a lot of things change, like even ASMR itself, even if YouTube say they want to do ASMR, it doesn't mean that everyone can do ASMR. So it's like time change, everything change. So over the years, like 7 years is not a small short time period, right? And Shion is and quite a lot of member was also one of the earliest member. She is really one of the earliest member, even if she is considered generation second. So a lot of people need to understand that generation 0, 1, 2, 3, all these 4 generations kind of like start within like the same period of time. So they are kind of like the so-called known as the founder or the earliest member of Hololive. So it's really one of the moments that sometimes when you have like a lot of situation to consider, yeah, sometimes those small changes when you kind of like consider a lot, the so-called change in direction is really like different in so many ways that they either you keep with it or you keep up with it, or you kind of like you have to leave. So sadly in this situation there is a lot of members who decided to leave because it really is something that they couldn't accept. And in a way, it's not that they don't like the company. If you're considering that the way that when they announced the announcement, they were very, very sad. A lot of members were also very, very sad. So the thing is, right, the only way we can kind of like considering is really kind of like send her off on a happy note. And even when she did the last for her for the Holo Festival or Holo Fest, it really kind of like her moment hit so much different that everyone was kind of like said that this is her final moment, in a way that she won't be having any more appearance as Murasaki Shion from now on, or from the graduated day on. And it's even to me, I find it sad, but when I saw her tweet indicating that she enjoyed it and she really happy about it, it's really one of the things that sometimes when you look at it, is like she mentioned it herself. Everyone want her to be happy, and that in turn made her want to think of her own happiness. And if graduating make her have the freedom to be happy, I think we all should really like respect her decision, even if it could cause a lot of people to be mad, to be sad. And at the end of the day, I don't think like people should go around and do speculation. Like one of the reason why I decided to drag this kind of like a week, I was initially to kind of see any more information, and considering that sometimes when she do announce her graduation, like I seen a lot of situation where a lot of time when the talent initially did not highlight what the main reason for their graduation. They kind of like just put it very vaguely, saying like different direction, and that kind of like caused a lot of like backlash towards cover. But when you kind of like look at the main reason, that it was not because the company was moving in the wrong direction, it's just that the company is doing and moving in the direction that is meant to help the company, but that change does not sit out with many of the talents. So in a way, the best way is parting way, or in this term would be graduation. And it's really one of the sad moment to see one of the earliest member leaving. I mean, like, to me, the only thing I will remember her really is just one of the original Kusokaki, or one of the little bastard vtuber along the line. And considering that she is also very close to Minato Aqua, it's really one of the things that I was kind of like personally afraid that when Aqua graduate, will it also kind of like give Shion the same idea? Sadly, that fear did manifest this year, and personally, I'm not very fond of the word graduation. But considering that if Shion have highlight in her own live stream indicating that she want to move on to be happy, I think we all should really give her the blessing. Considering I also seen her the moment where everyone was also kind of like giving her the best moment, the best last moment we in HoloFest for her. I think it's really one of the things that we in this short less than 2 months before our graduation, it's like everyone will just give her the best moment she can, send her off on a happy note, and don't really go around doing like, like stop doing like blaming game or doing random rumor or speculation. It's really one of the things that sometimes when you look at like a lot of situation, maybe when they start out the announcement, it didn't like give proper information, and a day or two when they decided to calm down, talk about it, like for Shion's son situation, she really kind of like highlight it in later stream. Yeah, it really kind of like do tell a lot, like the reason on what is the difference in direction, what caused her to leave, a lot of things. It always take time. It always take time, but then again, I mean, I can't blame a lot of the fan who either cry or even be mad at the company, because when you kind of like have quite a few members, and it's not just one or two, it's quite a lot though, considering that from Minato Aqua there is Amelia Watson, Sakamata, and then Frona, and when you see a lot of people start graduating, you will start be concerned like, will there be more? Hopefully from now on we don't hear more, but we can only give the blessing and try to support as many of the talents by attending the live stream, be it like some sort of interaction, or just look just like me who just come sometimes just don't even talk, just listen. So it's really one of the things that sometimes is sad, but then again it really does show the word things don't last forever, and in this case it's sad, but then again it's really one of the things that we have to treasure those pressure moment. Now at the end of the day, I don't really want a lot of people to go around and start going around blaming anyone. I mean, like, rumors still be rumors, and as what a lot of the talents say, if they're living on a good note with the company, I don't think blaming the company would be the best way to go. Again, if in the future there is more, again, like the same thing, like different in direction, I would really, like I mentioned, that the company really need to sit down and then look where they went wrong. Is it that some of the rule really didn't sit well with the talents, or is what their direction really moving in a way that is really benefit both for the company and the talents? Well, that is only the thing that I feel like I should highlight. But at the end of the day, it's really like me just yapping again and again. It's sad for me to announce this or talk about this kind of thing, but then again, we still have to talk about it and highlight. But personally feel like my personal feel on Shion graduation is that it, when I hear about it, when I hear the word different in direction, yeah, I was kind of like wondering, like, what is the change that caused a lot of talent to leave? But it really kind of like I took the right approach by giving them a wait and see to hear Shion herself to explain why. Because, and then again, like, sometimes when you hear other talents talking about it, or other former talents talking about it, yeah, it really kind of like, you have to understand that, yeah, sometimes the change in direction is not really a bad change. It's just that it doesn't sit right with some of the talents, or maybe it just doesn't something that the talent can agree on, and it just happened even if the change is good. So at the end of the day, I don't think we saw really like start talking about it or blame anyone. Just hope that Shion can move on. Like, just send her all, let her be happy, and that's basically it. Anyway, if you have your own point of view, do you agree, disagree, or do you feel like that Shion graduation can be avoided? Write in the comment section below, we can discuss it further. If not, if you do like this video, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe for more random chat where I talk about stuff that sometimes makes sense, doesn't make sense, or random at time. But the one thing I hope you guys is have a nice day or night. Bye.